Hey guys, good morning. Welcome back to another video. So I'm getting a roast ready in the crock pot. I'm going to do this Mississippi style, but a little bit different. This is a jar of juice I had from banana pepper stuffed olives. And then I also threw in half a jar of juice of just banana peppers. So it's both mixed in one jar, and we're just going to get some of this juice in the crock pot. And the boys cracked up so hard at this carrot. I don't know what happened to this thing, but it reminded us of the carrot off of Curious George, if you know what I'm talking about. So anyway, I have about 3 pounds of a pork roast here, and I did cut off quite a bit of the fat, but I left some on there because it has flavor. And to that, I'm just going to add some salt and pepper. I'm also adding in some onion powder and garlic powder. Those are 2 things we just pretty much add to everything. And then I'm going to add in my au jus packet and my ranch packet. After I got all of those seasonings in there, I'm just adding in a whole bunch of sliced banana peppers and some butter, and we're just going to let this cook all day until dinner time. Hey guys, welcome back. So it's been a while. The boys are eating lunch. This morning I got a pork roast in the crock pot. We're making some Mississippi pork. Tucker wanted to show you these delicious Doritos he got. They're really good. So we're making Mississippi pork for dinner. I'm about to make myself some lunch. I really want some cream of mushroom soup, or creamy mushroom soup. I leave the mushrooms big. Anyway, because it is like 29 degrees outside. It is freezing cold. And we're supposed to get some snow tonight. It's not going to be like, what was that, 2021? One year when we got the huge Texas freeze. It's not going to be like that. But we might get 1 to 2 inches of snow. But I think it's going to be like more overnight, so we won't see it until morning. But I'm not sure. We'll see how it goes. Adam's at work. He's working late today, so I've got dinner going so that before he gets home, all I have to do is make mashed potatoes. I'm going to throw the veggies in there in a little bit. We're going to throw in some carrots and Brussels sprouts. But right now, I'm going to make me some cream of mushroom soup. Garrett's eating leftover spaghetti. Tucker just wanted a sandwich. So yeah, we're going to get some lunch and then continue with our schoolwork and try to keep warm. And, oh, we haven't told them about Jeffrey. Hi, Jeffrey. What you doing, buddy? Are you stuck? Hi. So this is Jeffrey. He just showed up one day and never ever left. So this is our new little buddy. And if he stays long enough and doesn't disappear again, because he did leave at some point and he was gone for like a week and then he came back, but he's been here for about a week and a half straight now. I don't think he's going anywhere. I mean, would you if you had a heated cat house? This is, see, it's heated on the inside. It has a heating mat, and it's nice and toasty in there. And he's super happy. And he also has a box because he just likes the box. But he's a sweet boy. He is. But yeah, so he's ours as long as he wants to stay. And if he stays until the next discounted thing, we're gonna go get him fixed and probably chipped. He's a good boy, Jeffrey. So here is how I'm making my creamy mushroom soup. I know a lot of people don't like the texture of mushrooms, so they chop them up really small to make cream of mushroom, but I actually like the texture of them. I don't know why. So I just washed up some mushrooms, and I do remove the stems because I think they have a different texture than the tops, and I don't really like the stems, so I don't know. You can leave them on. But I'm just slicing these up pretty thick because I don't want them to cook down to nothing, and I'm going to get them in my pot with some butter and some salt and pepper. I also added in some garlic powder and a little bit of red chili flakes. Once these were cooked down to my liking and as done as I wanted them, I added in some sliced green onions. And I'm also going to add in some chicken bouillon powder and some water to make some chicken broth. Once that came up to a simmer or a boil, I added in some half and half. I would have used heavy cream, but this was all I had, so it was a little thinner than I usually like it, but it was still delicious. So I just let that simmer for a few minutes to try to get it to thicken a little bit, and then I added some Parmesan cheese on top. And this was a super delicious lunch on a super cold day. All right, so the boys are getting back to work after lunch. I have a giant mess to clean up in this kitchen. Fun. And our roast is moving along. Probably at 2 o'clock, I'm gonna throw the veggies in here. And then by dinner time, this should be done. So I just chopped up about 5 or 6 really big carrots. I just try to cut them into similar sizes so they'll cook at the same rate. And then for my Brussels sprouts, I'm just cutting off most of the stems so it's not super hard. And then I just cut these in half, and we're going to get them added into the crock pot. I put the carrots on the bottom because I figured they would need more liquid to cook in, and we don't want crunchy carrots in our roast. And then I put the Brussels sprouts on top, and I just put the lid back on this and let these cook for about another hour or 2 until dinner was done. Okay, so the boys just finished up with school. Tucker is laying on the heat. You're blocking it all, though. The house is gonna be cold.
I'm hot.
Dinner's oh. I decided to play tug of war with Angus, and I got carpet burn. Dinner's going in the crock pot, and I had to laugh. We usually put carrots in here, but I've never put Brussels in it before. And I did this time, and they're probably going to taste really good, but I didn't think about what the house was going to smell like. You smell them, boys?
No, my nose is stuffy. Yeah, mine is too.
Brussels toots. But anyway, we're done with school. What are you doing?
I'm doing things I've done before.
Playing a game?
No, no.
Oh.
How could I be playing?
So, we're going to read a little bit of our Secret of the Hidden Scrolls. We took an extra long Christmas break. It was totally not planned. I was only going to do like 2 weeks. And then we ended up doing the full 3 weeks that public school got. And then, you know, we started school back on the 8th, I think. We did a couple days. And then on my birthday, Adam decided to surprise us all and tell us he had a week off work. So they got another extra week off just because it was my birthday. So anyway, I'm looking awful today. But anyway, we're going to start one of our books and read for a little bit. Adam's actually getting off a little bit earlier today. I forgot because they called him this morning and asked if he could come in a little bit early. So he's going to get off a little bit early. Because right now, I'm sure the stores are insane because everyone's freaking out about an inch of snow. So they're probably in there buying up the whole store. The other day when we went in, there were so many parking spots taken up that people were just parking in the grass between the parking lot and the road because there were no parking spots. So it has been crazy. That's what happens when you're somewhere warm that never gets snow and they say there's a winter storm coming. I mean, it's one night of maybe 1 or 2 inches of snow, but everybody panics. And why do people always buy milk and bread for like bad weather days? You making a milk sandwich? I've never understood it, but I told Adam just make sure we have toilet paper and water. So you can have your bread and your milk. I can make bread if I need to. Just make sure we have toilet paper and stuff. But anyway, we're going to get to our book, and then in a little bit we'll finish up dinner. And this might end up being like a 2-day vlog. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Guess it depends on what else we do. So here are just a couple of pictures from my birthday. I had a great day. Adam and the boys got me some presents, and so did my sister-in-law. And I got 2 birthday cakes. And we went out to have dinner together, and it was just a nice, relaxing birthday. What's the Angus boy doing?
We don't have paper left.
I think he heard me say Dad's coming home early. Is Daddy coming home? Everybody loves Daddy. He's not here yet. So now that everything's done, I'm just taking all the veggies out to get them out of the way for a second. And then I'm taking the roast out and shredding it up on a plate to add back in here. And something about the Brussels sprouts, I think, they released a lot of water or something. And the gravy or the broth in the bottom wasn't as flavorful as it usually is. And I made it exactly the same way. So I decided to add in an extra gravy packet. We had a brown gravy packet in the pantry. So I added that in, chunked up the roast, put that back in, and put the veggies back in for just a few minutes, and dinner was done. So dinner turned out delicious. I will say I wasn't a big fan of the Brussels sprouts in the crock pot. I just didn't like the texture of how they turned out, but they did taste delicious. But yeah, I like Brussels sprouts sauteed. But anyway, this was a super delicious dinner, and then we waited around for some snow. We didn't get very much snow, and it all melted by noon, but the boys had so much fun playing in it for a couple of hours. And this is probably all we're going to see this year, because already next week we're supposed to be in the 80s, so no more snow for Texas, probably. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button down below and subscribe if you're new, and we'll see you guys in the next one.